Okay, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Nick Buzz TV. So it's like, let's run a morning meeting with like all things as we go through Nirvana music. So like, how do I want to run this? Well, the most obvious thing, or it may not be so obvious, would be like the best YouTube channels would be the one where you can journal as well. Because what is it about journaling? Journaling is such a masculine thing. Like there are times when I was playing RuneScape and I couldn't journal or I didn't want to journal because I enjoyed being feminine. Like I'm like walking down the street and I'm like shaking. I'm scared. I'm scared because some things are too good to be true. It's like I'm walking down the street and then my favorite spot isn't so busy. So I'm like, wait, what's happening? It's too good to be true. I get home. If I were to journal, taking out a pen and paper is so masculine. It requires so much. Then I stayed in my feminine. I was like, let me be a feminine person. And then for the past like 6, 7 months, I was a little bit scared. Like I don't know if that makes sense. I think it makes sense. So sometimes I like being feminine. Now I would feel better being masculine. So I take out my notebook, I journal a little bit, and then I can lean on this masculinity. So I was going through like the content we have on this channel. It's like, do I want this content to kind of have someone gentrified? Gentrified just means the content you consumed so long has influenced whether or not you read red letters. Imagine someone that played RuneScape and they got to hang out with Zezimo. Imagine imagine someone that listened to too much Drake. I think that was an easy one. You grew up listening to Drake way too much. Then it's like we're trying to like social engineer you so you're not gentrified by Zezima and Drake. And then it's like, do I want to gentrify people so that you are basically going through your childhood again, or like what a normal child is supposed to go through, or do I want to play Selena Gomez and then stretch someone thin, trying to piece together like A to B? But then I think it's funny where it's like being gentrified is just so terrible. Like, if you were a person that became a sweeter man, yeah. I think if you were gentrified and you don't know it, you were a sweeter man, then people will have such a hard time trying to talk you out of, this sweeter man phase. That also, you're also then like, you're oozing weakness and you don't even know it. Like, you don't even know your aunt is trying to talk to you at the dinner table. She is displeased with the way you are formed. Your face isn't how the previous generation was. And it's like, it's called oozing weakness. So it's like people oozing weakness probably don't even know they're oozing weakness or something. So here we have Nirvana. So, forever. And then, yeah, so we can see Drake was making music and he's becoming more famous. So here's Nirvana.
Load up on guns,
So what does this look like so far? It looks like so far that we could be from the outside looking in. You know, it's like we could say as we're watching this, Kurt Cobain is a long hair, blonde, hot boy, like a rock star. Like at least that makes sense. Nobody's attracted to a rap star. Right? Like, welcome to class. If you missed out last year, yeah, you know, class is really murky. It's like the same way. Yeah, like let's just continue. It's fine to repeat things because it's just murky all the time. So no one is attracted to a rap star because girls want rock stars. Girls want the person on a tour bus that you know is a ladies' man with long hair, plays the guitar, plays drums, and they're playing drums, and the drum is like the beat is like going into them. Does that make sense? So it's like girls are swarming a tour bus. Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, and then they come out, and the girls want what other girls want. You know, so it's like all of the UK, 30 million people are swarming the tour bus of the Beatles. And then, but then, like when a rapper goes on stage, a rapper will sell out Rogers Centre in Toronto. Like the Weeknd sold out Rogers Centre, like 50,000 people. There's not a single person that finds The Weeknd attractive. There's not a single person that finds Drake attractive. There's not a single person that finds Post Malone attractive. There's not a single person that finds a rapper attractive. But then you have a rock star. Elvis Presley. There is someone that finds Elvis Presley attractive. I bet if you go to like those really far away gas stations where they have like Sunset Grill or something, where they serve bacon and eggs, and it's the place you always wanted to be. Someone there finds Elvis Presley attractive because he's a rock star. He has long hair. He's a white folk. He's charismatic. He's talented. The drum is like they're doing them. So then you see the Beatles. Paul McCartney. Someone finds Paul McCartney attractive. I'm from Paul McCartney. Me and my 5 girlfriends find Paul McCartney attractive. She really likes John Lennon. You know, this one likes somebody else. And it's Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's lead singer is Tommy Page. or like something legendary, you know, like Tommy Page, and then they got Robert Plant, and like, but let's just say like the lead singer for Led Zeppelin is Tommy Page. It's probably even better. But like Tommy Page, so like things like that make sense. So as we're watching Smells Like Teenage Spirit, we have Nirvana, and then we have Kurt Cobain. The other members of Nirvana aren't that famous. But what do we feel when we watch this? We feel a little bit like the outside looking in. Like, it sounds like he's having a party. You know, it's like, bring all your friends. So he's having a party, but I don't know if I'm cool enough. Can I one day like Nirvana? Can I one day walk up to the cool kids at a park and say one of my favorite singers is Kurt Cobain from Nirvana and not be pretending? Yes, like you actually can. So Kurt Cobain is the lead singer of Nirvana. Nirvana is the idea that when we pass away, it's like a snake eating itself. That it's the outside looking in. It's like an outer perspective on life. It's like buying blinds and then putting them outside your house. If you buy those $2,000 blinds, you tell the person, don't set it up inside my house, set it outside my house because I don't want to be trapping heat inside. Instead, you put the blinds outside your house. You then reflect the heat back outside. It's like if you were to ever throw away your Bible on Doomsday, you throw it in the recycling bin. Like, isn't that interesting? So those are two things I did on Doomsday. I had blinds, temporary blinds. They were inside my house. I felt really nauseous on April 9th, 2023. I just felt so nauseous. I took my blinds, I put them outside, and I was like, does this make more sense? And then I said, it does make sense because the world could be like Nirvana outside looking in. I didn't take my Bible. I don't feel good until I rid myself of this Bible. I threw it in the trash, and then I threw it in the recycling bin. That was an easy one. So then, when we're watching this, we don't know if we'll ever be cool enough to listen to Kurt Cobain, Nirvana, or Led Zeppelin without faking it. You know those friends that are just so cool? They're at Stan Wadlow. You try to get their attention. This person knows Led Zeppelin, like truly like understands it, is not even faking it. And you want to converse with this person. Hey, I'm not faking it. I know the lead singer to Nirvana is Kurt Cobain. This is why Kurt Cobain is good. So we can say that Nirvana is deliberately making you feel bad. Like, they have this thing where they are gatekeeping. That's what it is. Do I believe Led Zeppelin, looking at their thumbnail, they are somewhat gatekeeping their legendariness? The answer is yeah, people really do know that. It's like, you can tell they are making music so legendary and they're like twisting it to make you not like them. But anyway, what does this mean? Smells like teenage spirit. So, what is teenage spirit? Teenage spirit is existential crisis of not knowing what you want to do with your life. So we all been there, teenage spirit. I don't know if I want to be a firefighter in the future. I don't know what job I'm going to take. I don't know how I'll get married. I don't know how I'll afford a house. I don't know if I'll ever be cool. I like going for walks late at night. But then my parents are always yelling at me for going for walks late at night. And I can't convey this growing emotion. I like staying out from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. No, I want you home at 3 a.m. max. And then I have this existential crisis. It's like X-Copy. There's a mortal man and he's grabbing the gates and he's like shaking it like, and I'm like, oh, like one day if I'm some crazy whale, there's only like 5 of them, I'm gonna buy one of those. Those are so insanely crazy. But then like, there's other stuff like, his other works by X-Copy are so good, like Guzzler, and then there's one that's like catching a falling knife. That relates to like buying a stock that's capitulating. So, and then there's Beast Mode, and there's so much works by X-Copy that's so good that you don't necessarily need Mortal Man. You don't need Mortal Man to convey this existential crisis of wanting to walk around at 2 a.m., but your parents don't understand. So that's teenage spirit. Help them. We all been through it. So that's teenage spirit. So Nirvana, they're saying, smells like teenage spirit. There is people that want to walk around at 2 a.m. who are having a hard time conveying this frustration. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, dun, 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 dun. Load up on guns and bring your friends. So then that does that help? It helps a lot, right? Like. this will be so easy for people to understand after. So he says, bring all your friends. So bring your own booze. BYOB. The bring your own alcohol is a party where you bring your own alcohol. You know, so it's like a way of cool people saying we are accepting outsiders. So it's like, you don't know if you're getting to this cool person party if you ever understand Nirvana. Bring your own booze. Oh, hold on. So I'm unpopular. But if I bring my own booze, I'm allowed to go into this party. Yeah, we accept unpopular kids to understand Nirvana. And then he says, when the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now, entertainers. Yeah. Who here is an entertainer? Drake is an entertainer. So Drake has to understand this song. I hope that makes sense. Like, let's listen to it. He says, here we are now, entertainers. Entertainers will understand this song. So it's like, you're in this party now, so you understand, you know, let's say you were an uncool person, now you're in the mix, so you understand, so you're like, what is required? So he says, I know another dirty word. So when was the first time you said fuck? So when I was in grade 2, I said fuck. Like, some kid told me the word fuck. I went home and then I said it. And then my mom, Julie, was like, who told you that word fuck? And I was like, I got in so much trouble. I was like, I don't know. I felt so good at school saying fuck. I went home, I said fuck. I got in so much trouble. It was like black and white. I was like, I said that I just didn't know anymore. I was so scared. It's like, who taught you the word fuck? And I was so scared. It was so white in school, so black at home. So then my question to you is like, where did you learn the word fuck? Who taught you the word fuck? And then it's just gonna blow your mind. So it's like, I know another dirty word. Hello. So he's like inviting people to his party, and then, so what is required of these cool people as we hold our beers of the bottle, the neck of the bottle, so it doesn't get warm over time. So we're not drinking warm beer. He's like, a mosquito. So he's like, a mosquito, a libido. So we're now looking for someone, because in existential crisis, what are people looking for? We're usually looking for camaraderie. That's why we watch gang videos. You know, like, I'm gonna put on Inside the Life of MS-13 gang members. It is cool to watch. You know, like, inside the most dangerous hood in Toronto. I couldn't resist. I clicked on it eventually. I'm like, this is just ghetto. But then we all have that way of men. Like, who would I want on my team if we were in the woods and we needed a wooden shield? Then I eventually clicked on it. They just put this, like, The Way of Men by Jack Donovan into play. I'm like, so we eventually all click on those gang member videos. So then, what is required of us to be in the mix? Somewhere it has to be some sort of camaraderie, you know? Somewhere it's like there's a rooftop patio and people are partying. They're making out underneath the stars while some heavy grunge, heavy metal music is playing in the basement. So then he says, a mosquito, a libido. So what is a mosquito? So he's saying we're going to go searching for someone. Isn't that cool? You know, we're the nerdy kids. We sneak out of our parents' window. So like, there's a party going on. We can't go outside. We kick our parents' window, and then we climb down, and then we land in grass, and we start running to the party that we can't go to. And then it turns out this party is exactly how you wanted the party to go. The cool people have camaraderie in ways of gangs, and they want to just confront someone. So they're like, let's go confront someone on motorcycles. And then you're like, oh, how do we find this person? There's so many of us. This person will definitely run away. This person says, Kurt Cobain says, we're looking for a mosquito. And then, so a mosquito is really small. Could this person be hiding in their basement of an unknown building? So we will never find this person. But what if we check the mailbox? What if we check like the way the mailbox is set up? Would this person be here? You know, we're doing the Rubik's Cube. We're looking if this plant was quickly rushed and stomped on, because then this person could be in this building. You know, out of like 300 buildings in Toronto. Only about 300 buildings. So it's like we're going to different buildings and then just putting the Rubik's Cube together. So Kurt Cobain tells you when you're on his motorcycle, you can't believe you're taking a ride and you're conversing with the cool kid that told you to bring your own booze. Can't believe you're now that close to this cool kid and you're hugging his back. He says, a mosquito. And then your lyric is a libido. So he says, a mosquito. So he says, usually we're hanging out, we're looking for a mosquito. Something really small. Anything in this building that gives away that he could be here, we're going to talk to the homeowners, see if Jack is there. You are really cool. This night is turning out exactly how you want it to be. You're also impressing the cool kid. You're impressing Kurt Cobain without pretending. And you're like, not a mosquito, a libido. What is a libido? A libido is just a heartthrob. A libido is when a girl is gushing over a guy. So there's a guy playing at a rock show. She has a libido. So she's getting drunk and she's telling all her girlfriends. She has a heartthrob. She's like, I can't wait to meet this rock star. So that's a libido. So Kurt Cobain, the coolest kid of all time, tells you, we're looking for a mosquito. This is what I cool. Yeah. You correct the cool kid and you say, a libido. And then they're like, no way. Like, instead of looking for a mosquito that's flying and looking at the mailbox, we simply just look for a libido. We simply just find where this person is. Like, that's like, we're looking for Jack who did us wrong. This is Friday night, the third time this month we're looking for Jack. Let's go find him like a mosquito. The cool, unpopular kid says, a libido. It's like, right, let's just go find Jack. Who likes singing this song? Entertaining. So if you are an entertainer, let's sing along with me. When the lights out, it's the stages. Here we are now, entertainers. I'm just stupid, and contagious. Here we are now, entertainers. I'm a mosquito, I'm So like as we finish this complex music, Nicky for complex music, what do we find so interesting about this? It's so interestingly easy to understand. It's a music for rolling down your window and driving on the freeway. So, is it normal, Lil Wayne? Is it normal to not understand music until you go on a treasure hunt chest? It is. Like for the longest time, I didn't understand this song, and then I just stuck with it. I'm like, it's gotta make sense. It's gotta be legendary in its own way. I was then only a couple years back. I was driving on the freeway, on the highway. I rolled down my window, and I just decided to play "Smells Like Teenage Spirit." Smells like excellential angst. Smells like there's kids out there that can't seem to get it through to their parents' head that they like walking around at 2 a.m. And then this song just makes so much sense because I'm speeding down the freeway. I'm listening to "Smells Like Teenage Spirit" by Nirvana. And it just all started clicking to me that this song is so easy to understand. And that's what makes it so much crazy.